Gossip at the Corpse Cart contains graphic and explicit content that may not be suitable for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome back to Gossip at the Corpse Cart.
Back together.
Well,
who's that?
I'm not dead yet. Every time I listen to Gossip at the Corpse Cart, I can't help but think about the corpse cart from the Monty Python movie.
That's what it's based on.
Dragging the corpse cart through the streets.
That's accurate.
Bring out your dead. Bring out your gossip. Bring out the worst thing you've ever done. The crazy headlines.
No.
The obituaries. And this week, the special guest.
Indeed.
Woo!
But first,
I'm, more importantly, I'm Lucy.
Correct. Hello, Lucy, the queen.
Queen.
Also, more importantly, I'm Amanda.
And third most importantly,
significantly less importantly, is
holding
me.
down the position of significantly less important is my love, my friend, and
our friend.
Oh yeah,
yes,
our friend.
I love you
my
too,
love,
Lucy.
Our friend and my other podcast co-host, Robbie Knutson of Ghost Wax and Passages Pod.
Yes.
Welcome to the stage.
Yes, I'm so happy to be here.
Well, after a solid season of forcing you to read smut on Passages, I thought, why not force you to read some really awkward coven confessions on Gossip at the Corpse Cart?
Smut.
And
Possibly smut.
We haven't
smut
seen
Jason.
them. Our
none of us have seen this.
Our amazing production assistant, Andrea, pulled them for us, and she said, and I quote, I think I've included my favorite coven confession of all time.
No. Oh, no. I mean, that's great, but also bodes ill for me.
I don't know how anything could beat the paintbrush. The paintbrush was so great.
Paintbrush was my favorite.
No.
It's like one of Lucy's... I actually can't believe that Lucy... It's so Lucy coded. The girl who made who maybe or maybe not made a paintbrush out of her crush's hair is like the most amazing, like Lucy shit I've ever fucking heard.
I would be duped by someone else I would be gaslit into thinking that people were spreading rumors that I made a paintbrush out of my crush's hair to the point where I went up to my crush to let him know that I wasn't making a paintbrush out of his hair.
And nothing says I didn't make a paintbrush out of your hair, like going up to someone and saying, I didn't make a paintbrush out of your hair.
Despite what you may have heard.
Yeah.
The
gaslighting is Amanda coded. The actual making of the hair paintbrush is Lucy coded.
Totally.
Lord God. And the being really uncomfortable and having to read it is Robbie coded.
It's Robbie coded.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for joining us today.
I am very excited and very scared. I'm just realizing that every time that you have me on this show, which I love so much, with these people that I love so much, it's as some sort of a punching bag for hilarious.
We do mean things to you.
Yeah, it's a bit. I bring it on myself with my juicy reactions, but I've never had a poker face in my whole damn life. So like when somebody makes me talk about Fast and the Furious, my derisive, snobbish assery can't be contained. I just can't hold it in.
Very easy to read. Very easy. Mm-hmm. And easy to manipulate.
Yeah,
that's why we've been friends for so long.
They go hand in hand.
I come pre-brainwashed.
You want Robbie in like your cult starter pack because he would just be so easy. So easy to integrate into your club.
I am
just be nice to him and he's in.
I'm like that cat that like any amount of kindness and now I will follow you around for the rest. You gave me one fish and I'm like, well, I'll die for you, I guess. I guess I'll just
you
have
gave
to
me
die
snacks
for you.
in 2014. I'm here till the end.
Robbie and I are both quite food motivated, I will say.
Lucy
We
gave
respond
me
well
a-
to treats.
Lucy gave me a cheeseburger shaped nut in 2004, and I have loved her ever
I probably
since.
did. Those
probably
little
know the
burger
story.
nuts.
I used to like, we used to go on little day trips, and one of the things we would always do is go get like a lunch at McDonald's and then like go out for the day. And one of the things that I will never forget is that you would always keep your bonus cheeseburger in your pocket for later. And I thought that was the cutest, funniest thing ever. And you'd reach in and just be like, it's warm still. And, like, and it was just a weird. And so then when I was going away to college, you came up to me and you said, I got you something. And you handed me a tree nut, some sort of like small nut. And it was vaguely hamburger shaped, and it had like a yellow line.
I found it on the beach in Mexico.
And you said, this looks like a cheeseburger. You can keep it in your pocket. And I said,
And he's had it in his pocket ever since. It's in his pocket right now.
I still have it.
God bless you. I'm so glad
And
you still have it.
God help me. I thought it was the best thing I'd ever. I was like crying. I'm like, thank you for the cheeseburger nut. I love it. I love it so much. And then I went and flunked out of college.
Same.
Not related to the nut.
And we're still friends. And I still save another burger for later. I think there's one in my fridge right now. I had McDonald's yesterday.
I love you guys. I've loved you guys for a long time.
Well, we love you too.
We go way the fuck back.
we go way the fuck back.
Too
you
far.
tell Amanda and I like hoard friends for life.
Yeah, we are unwell.
I wouldn't say that it's like the house full of like stray cats where it's like abusive for both the owner and the cats. Like I think you have like a barn full of rare finds.
It's quality, not quantity.
I think I think you're not quite into the hoarder of friends situation, but you do archive. You keep
We
close
archive.
tabs. We're all tranked and tagged.
And neutered.
And neutered. Yeah,
Very much neutered.
I was neutered 20 minutes after meeting you. This big one seems real docile. Let's get him down and get those.
Spay and neuter your friends.
Spay and neuter your big gay friends.
Well, we trapped you humanely, at least.
Oh yeah, no, I honestly, it's like my cats. I'm like, I think they'd all make that deal. Like,
yeah,
free food, safety, snuggles, and all I got to give up is my reproductive organs. Ugh, those are just trouble.
Yeah, that's fine. Not
So
right
what I want to
fast,
say is that I'm
but-
pro-castration. That's what I'd
Great.
like to, can I interest you in an alien cult with the castration overtones?
Well, Robbie, thank you for joining us today. I hope you're not too nervous.
No. Apprehensive.
Get your shit together, Robbie.
Yeah, no, I got it. All right, okay.
Lock
Owning
it
my
up.
choices.
This is serious. You're in the big leagues now. This is fucking wine and crime. Are you kidding me?
I'm a big man. I'm on the big show.
Get your fucking shit together.
This is my break. This is my big break.
You're a big boy now.
Come listen to Passages. I'm a big boy now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's kick it off with some crazy headlines from Amanda, if you please.
I have a smattering.
A smuttering.
Is there a theme?
There isn't a theme, I would say, although it's February. There's, love in the air. So I have like some of that kind of throughout.
Sex.
With no
Sex.
no sex. Well,
Is there any swollen? Anything swollen?
There's definitely swelling. There's probably sex.
And gorgeous.
Not explicit.
Isn't it funny that we do the sex holiday, the like romance holiday, like in the dead of winter? It's the most barren, like.
Only in the northern hemisphere.
This is right around the time I was conceived. I was a Valentine's baby, and my sister was a New Year's baby.
Oh.
And they only did it those 2 times 5 years apart.
Yes.
Anyway,
I know that.
the theme, I will say, is accidentally a theme of love. Also, I mean, it's no secret that it's been a minute since we have recorded a new GAC, so I did go a little bit farther back. So these aren't from, like, just this past month. Some of these are from as far back as September. So we're just doing a little bit of an overarching, catch-up
Okay.
on some of the great stuff that people sent in.
You can't let those good ones fall through the cracks.
You sure can.
No.
So I'll start off by saying with this first headline, I think you will immediately know whose side I'm on in the online debate that we're about to discuss, but I am a little curious where you two will land.
Okay.
So here we go. This is from today.com. Woman says date dashed after she slurped down 48 oysters, sparking online debate.
What's the debate?
Thank you. Quote, they were so good. I was not expecting them to be that good, she says in a viral video.
48's a lot.
It's a lot.
No.
As she slurps down her oysters. It was just so good.
I cannot think of, oh my God, that's like a bucket.
It's a lot. That 48 oysters is a lot of oysters.
It's a Home Depot bucket.
There's also a pop-up ad on this fucking article of someone cleaning a really filthy toilet. So I need to read this quick so I can scroll away from that before I throw up. Okay. Social media is in an uproar debating whether a woman who says a date invited her out for drinks was in the right to order almost 50 oysters, some potatoes, and crab cakes, in addition to multiple drinks for which he apparently skipped out on paying.
Oh.
The woman chose Fontaine's Oyster Bar in Atlanta as the location for their first date because she was, quote, going there anyway.
Oh, God.
And it has, quote, the best oysters in Atlanta. She also says in the video that the date had been texting her, quote, for weeks, just talking to himself. And she agreed to see him because she was, quote, bored and had time. This is amazing. Plus, the oysters are only $15 a dozen on Tuesday, so she ordered 4 dozen.
Oh, wow.
She also ordered some potatoes and crab cakes. I have no notes at this point.
No.
Oh.
She says her date excused himself before the bill came and never returned. The date's explanation via text was that he invited her, quote, out for drinks, and she, quote, ordered all that food.
Ow.
Quote,
He offered all that food. And then he offered to like Venmo her just for the drinks. But that she's on her own for the potatoes. I know. Boo.
Get off the stage.
Social media users, however, ripped her for myriad reasons, including ordering too much, possibly fabricating the story entirely to begin with.
What the fuck are we?
Not tipping enough, recording on her phone instead of enjoying her date, blah, blah, blah. Like, who cares? I like the content. Let's do it. Some defended her and offered to go with her in the future. Others disagreed with both parties' behavior.
Oh,
No.
Lord.
The bill totaled $185.
Holy fucking shit.
Yep, she tipped $15 on her card and another $11 in cash, which is $26, about 14%.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's like fine. I usually tip 20, but like whatever.
Oh,
That wouldn't like
It's not like offensive.
No,
Yeah.
that wouldn't like ruffle my feathers at all as a server bartender. I
ain't.
wouldn't even really think about that.
Yeah, it ain't great, but it's fine.
The comments though are fucking amazing.
Okay, let's get into it.
Quote, 4 plates of oyster mucus is insanity. Cholesterol and infections.
Oh!
48 oysters eaten by anyone is crazy within itself, but for a first date, that's just wild.
That's bananas.
He's better than me because I would have left after the second plate.
They came out one after another. I'm picturing just like a huge
No, I think it was like
platter.
4 plates of 12.
Yeah, probably.
I was picturing them all coming out at once.
I think
but if
they
it was
come
just
out
like
in a dozen.
oyster plate after oyster plate.
massive.
Ma'am, have you had enough more oyster?
Yeah, seriously.
She just puts up 2 fingers to the
Yeah,
server. One more.
It's like at Fogo de Chao where you have the green card and the red card, and she just keeps green side up until she's sick, till she's vomiting oysters.
Yeah, after the 3rd plate, she is an oyster.
Yes, I
She
love
grows a
that she
shell.
did this. I personally, my limit is like 2, maybe 3 oysters if they are the most fucking amazing oysters ever. It's a texture thing for me. I don't think they're bad. I just could never in a million years take down 48 oysters in one sitting. And
Even if
actually,
they're cooked with like Parmesan
Amanda
on top.
Amanda actually gagged. Oh my God, that was real. I totally saw that. I heard a like in the back of her throat.
These are not fried. Were not fried oysters. These were raw oysters.
Oh my God.
So that's upsetting to me. That that hurts.
My parents like
you could
oysters.
eat 48 raw oysters.
No,
you shut the fuck up.
I said I could eat a fair amount. That's exceeding.
If this were deviled eggs, no question.
Amanda
Oysters,
could house any number of deviled eggs.
Same as Lucy.
48 deviled eggs is only
Luke.
48 deviled eggs is only 24 eggs.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Oh, okay, right, because they're halved. They're halved.
That's fucking nothing.
Oh well, 24 eggs. That's nothing. So hearing about eating 48 oysters, doesn't just sick me out. It makes me like wish I'd never eaten anything in my whole life. Like it makes the very concept of eating is now repugnant and repellent to me.
Love it, and I wish her the best.
God.
And I hope she finds her Prince Eric,
Her Rockefeller.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
God, her Rockefeller.
Who will bring her mermaid self all the oysters she could ever want.
Yes.
I hope that she finds like a really no. No.
Never mind.
I
hope she finds a toilet to
I would, yeah.
Yeah. I just
feel
hope
like she's okay.
Oysters are exactly the same, like coming up, going out as they are going in, and that's like what upsets me so much.
Like sneezing out of your butt. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Oh my
and
God.
it's like it's briny. Anyway, next.
Oh my God! I went to the bathroom and it was like the ocean.
Yeah. Yep. So much sand. So
I was pooping pearls for ages.
So many pearls.
They were alive in my stomach and making pearls.
Indeed.
Ew.
I'm
So like I said,
out.
February is the month of love. Maybe this woman didn't make it past the finish line with her date, but like these next, I can't say people because they're not people, creatures definitely did. And who are we to judge like what gets us all horned up? And so in the spirit of horniness, maybe oysters.
Are we sure that last woman wasn't actually a seal?
It's possible. I don't know.
Like a seafaring animal of some kind, that had come up on the beach.
I don't think so. I think we would have noticed that in her viral video.
Okay.
But in the spirit of horniness, I want everyone to enjoy this headline out of Australia, mate. They mated like mad. Low-flying helicopter sparks massive crocodile orgy in Australia.
Oh my God. Helicopters
the humming of
get
that.
me. Yeah, it's the vibration.
It's the vibrations. A Chinook helicopter flying above a crocodile farm in Queensland appears to have set off a huge sex frenzy with the crocs, mistaking the noise and vibrations as a signal it was time to make babies.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
They made love.
A large-scale saltwater crocodile mating frenzy was recently triggered by an unlikely suspect in Australia, a low-flying Chinook helicopter.
Wow.
Ranchers from the Kurana Crocodile Farm in Queensland, which is home to over 3,000 crocodiles.
Ew.
Wow.
That's a lot of fucking and
big
sucking.
orgy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Said their scaly residents became aroused after the flyby and mated like mad.
My mate, Christ, God, what cracky?
John Lever, owner of the farm, told ABC that the Chinook pilots used his farm as a marker point to change course mid-flight, with one pilot recently coming especially low so the people on board could snap a few photos of the crocs. Caught all the big males got up and roared and bellowed up at the sky, and then after the helicopters left, they mated like mad, Lever said. There's something about the sonic waves that really gets them stirred up. End quote. Stirred up.
Unclockable Australian accent.
Yeah, I'm really crushing this. I don't know.
You're amazing.
Good day, mate.
Good day.
So what is it about low-flying helicopters that gets Crocs in the mood? Herpetologist Mark O'Shea from the University of Wolverhampton in the UK told Live Science that there are a few reasons why a helicopter might spark a crocodile sex frenzy. One reason may be tied to helicopters simulating many of the warning signs of an incoming thunderstorm. Heavy rains are known to have an aphrodisiac effect on many species of crocodilians. The saltwater crocodiles.
I love a good thunderstorm.
Me
Yeah,
too. Like
agreed.
sex during a thunderstorm with all the windows open is like
Yeah, that's wild.
Or outside
fine.
in the rain, because then like easy cleanup.
in the yard.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Mud, though, too.
Oh, this is a
blanket
pro.
down. Put down
This
a
is
tarp.
pro or a con? The mud.
Well, it's certainly not easy cleanup.
Yeah, true. And saltwater crocodiles appear to time mating, so new hatchlings do not drown in floodwater after heavy rains and storms. They mate during thunderstorms, so offspring are more likely to hatch in like the drier, more moderate times of the year.
After the stormy season.
So if they fuck while it's really rainy in the stormy season, quote, usually mating is a seasonal thing because crocodiles want to coincide with the best time to lay their eggs in a burrow or nest. Warm and wet weather usually triggers mating behaviors, and October is just about the right time for crocodile romance in northern Australia, where Levis Crocodile Farm is located. But the low-flying helicopter's rotors may produce the same signals that tell crocodiles a storm is close. Crocodiles have multi-sensory organs called integumentary sensory organs, crushed ISOs, that are used to detect changes such as movements in the water, atmospheric pressure, and sounds at extremely low frequencies. These are dinosaurs equipped with like very sensitive sensory organs. That's very scary.
That's
These predators are very
powerful.
it's too much. You shouldn't have all of those perks. You already have like teeth and you're like solid muscle and like
They're fast.
you're super fucking fast. And you also have incredible camouflaging abilities. Like this doesn't play fair. I don't like this.
No.
Yeah, it's not fair.
Quote, I imagine the downdraft from a large heavy helicopter would create a change in pressure that the ISOs on crocodile skin can detect, O'Shea said. Dropping barometric pressure from a downdraft may resemble the change in pressure from a storm. Another potential explanation is that the Chinooks could be producing infrasound.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming.
Sounds so low in frequency that they are undetectable to the human ear. Such vibrations can also be picked up by ISOs. Quote, Chinooks may artificially create the sound of the start of a thunderstorm. So it could have been the pressure changes. It could have been the actual like sounds that we can't hear. It really sounds like everything that they're referencing though triggers the like they thought it was about to start storming, so they just started fucking. So is a Chinook helicopter all it takes to get crocodiles in the mood? O'Shea says he's not so sure. Crocodiles may need to already be picking up subtle cues like changes in temperature that signal their traditional mating season is about to start in order to be swayed by the large aircraft.
Okay.
But crikey, they're fucking...
Counter theory.
Okay.
Helicopters are just very sexy.
They are.
They are very sexy.
It's all up there, spinning around.
They
They're,
are so sexy.
They just zig and zag all over the place.
All over the place.
Defying gravity and God himself in the sky.
Indeed. Okay, I have a couple more here for you. This next headline is not romantic. Well,
Well, we'll be the judge of that.
yeah, I mean, I think it could be. But it combines for me like Snakes on a Plane meets The Ring.
Okay.
That's
And I have-
bad combo.
It's a
Yeah,
bad
those are-
combination.
You're right. Those are not sexy.
It's terrifying. So this happened in November of this year. Air Atlanta Icelandic flight from JFK to Belgium is forced to turn back an hour in after horse gets loose in cargo hold.
What? You can't fly
Yeah.
a horse.
You can. Apparently.
Was it a small horse?
Like a pony?
I don't know.
Little Sebastian got
it's
loose in
little
the fucking...
Something.
I'm not sure. This does not in the quick link it doesn't indicate. So hopefully they answer this for us. The subtitle says a horse managed to break loose and began to run around on an Air Atlanta Icelandic cargo because it's a cargo flight.
Okay,
it's not
okay.
a passenger flight. So remember that.
Okay.
Pilots were forced to turn around after being unable to contain the rampant animal and allegedly had to dump 20 tons of fuel in the water below. It is unknown how the animal managed to break loose from the hold.
Oh my
Oh my
God.
God.
But it just reminds me of that like in the ring when they're on the ferry.
Yeah.
And the horse gets out and jumps over, and then it dies. And then they look at the propeller, and I can't.
And then you can hear the horse screaming from like under the boat.
Oh my God. I need to rewatch The Ring.
I watched it recently. It holds up.
So
it
scary.
does hold up.
And then you always think that the movie's over, and then it's not over.
The greatest, like, last act chilling. I'm getting goosebumps. Like, literally, look at that.
It's so good.
Thinking about it.
So the article reads, an Air Atlanta Icelandic flight was forced to turn back less than 20 minutes into its journey after a horse in the plane's cargo hold broke loose from its stall. The flight departed New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport for Belgium when the horse became free, fell pregnant,
became free.
A loose horse.
Yeah. Suddenly was loose and was unable to be secured back in its allocated area.
Was it too horned up from all the vibrations?
The vibrations of the plane. So planes are for horses and helicopters are for crocodiles.
They go nuts.
And oysters are for ladies.
People.
Yeah.
Ladies.
Humans.
Ladies like oysters. I'm learning.
A reconstruction of the flight path uploaded to YouTube illustrated the aircraft had ascended 31,000 feet over Boston when the pilots contacted air traffic control. Can you imagine?
Excuse me, there's a horse?
The goose is loose, but the goose is a horse.
I have very little other information for you, but there is a horse on the plane.
We gotta get this motherfucking horse off this motherfucking plane.
Has anybody seen that movie, Snakes on a Plane? Okay, but it's a horse. It's a horse.
It's a fucking horse.
Like,
so they did upload. Again. They did upload video.
Fucking Wilbur's drunk again.
They uploaded video, I guess, of their communication, and it says viewers can hear the pilots asking if they can be allowed to return to New York after the crew could not get the horse secured and ask for a veterinarian to be present after landing. So they're not even met by, an ambulance. It's just like a vet on the tarmac.
Animal control.
That's an animal ambulance.
It is. You're right. According to the clip posted to the channel, you can see ATC. The flight crew were forced to dump about 20 tons of fuel near Martha's Vineyard as it returned to New York.
Every time I hear Martha's Vineyard, all I can think is Martha Stewart.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I just picture them dumping a bunch of fuel on top of Martha Stewart.
That's fair. I am uploading a photo of the horse for you guys to enjoy in the drive, which will be on the blog.
I picture like a man in like a tweed jacket and like Oxford like loafers, like on the beach. And there's like a whole bunch of fuel washing up on shore. And he's like, that damn horse.
Yep. The pilots say in the video, we are a cargo plane with a live animal, a horse on board. The horse has broken out of its stall. We don't have a problem flying wise, but we need to return back to New York. We cannot get the horse back secured.
We're fine with it.
The door is closed.
The horse has not been able to get in the cockpit.
But there are people back there with that cargo, and this horse is just going off on this plane.
Mm-hmm.
So Flight Radar 24 reported that the flight took off again at 6:35 p.m. and landed successfully in Liege after roughly 6 hours at 6:49 a.m. local time on November 10th. So they strapped her back in. Mm-hmm. And
tranked the hell out of them.
Probably tranked the hell out of it and finally successfully did it. But this is not the only strange animal to accidentally get loose on a plane. A similar exotic incident happened in early October when an otter and a rat smuggled in a passenger's hand luggage sparked panic after they ran free on a flight from Bangkok. And the otter is like a little baby. I'm putting that on the drive too. It's really cute. It's just trying to like hang out under the seat and just like be a little bubby.
But it is an otter on a plane. It's just so funny to think how something that under normal circumstances you'd be like, oh my God, it's a baby otter. Just like in the wrong context. Like I would love to see a baby otter, but then if I like got in a bathtub and there was like, baby otter. Like
the otter was cute and sweet and harmless. The rat, I guess, tried to and I think succeeded at biting one of the crew members on hand as it was getting like snatched up and detained.
You grab a rat, he might bite you.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't blame the rat.
No, the rat is a king.
Yeah.
A rat king.
And if you are so inclined at any point through the article link that I have in the drive here, there is actually video of the little baby otter, which is like a foot long, like toddling around on the floor. And it's really fucking cute. Like, give me otters. There's also an amazing photo of a cat that looks a lot like Pepperoni that got loose on a plane last year being picked up by someone. And the cat is so predictably like, leave me the fuck alone. I was just trying to stretch my legs. Clearly, this flight attendant has no idea how to hold a cat.
Never even seen a cat before.
Never seen a cat before.
Never even heard rumors about how to hold a cat.
Nope. But so yeah, this has happened many times before with random critters, but I have never heard of this with a fucking horse. So
wow. And thank you so much for telling it the way that you did, where you left just like enough time for us to imagine a horse running through the aisles of a passenger airplane.
Well, she doesn't read these in advance.
There you go. I also didn't know that it was a cargo plane because I
thought it was just like a master stroke of withholding information.
I don't want to read the articles. I only read the headlines. And if the headlines seem interesting to me, then I put them in, but I read them cold on the air so that I can be surprised.
I guess I didn't realize that.
Well, now you know the secrets.
The secret is that it just seems like
it's
a masterpiece because you're just that talented.
I'm so good. Mm-hmm. All right, I have one more, and this isn't really all that exciting or really even news, I would say.
Oh, good.
It just had to be included for reasons that I'm just gonna read the headline. Here we go. Licking Hole Brewery in Goochland closes indefinitely while owner deals with health issues.
I think I sent this to you.
You probably did, at least on like Instagram or something. A Goochland... the screaming pillow. A Goochland brewery is going into what its owner is calling a winter hibernation, though it's unclear when it'll reopen. Licking Hole Creek Craft Brewery ceased operations late last month on what owner and CEO Lusa Reynolds Brotherton said was a temporary basis. The farm brewery's hiatus is due to health issues Reynolds Brotherton has been facing, namely her recent diagnosis of a rare immunological deficiency. Girl, same. Tag yourself.
Good Lord.
Why would you name anything that you consume Licking Hole?
Listen, when you are true to your community.
Oh my God.
Is it British?
Probably. I don't fucking know. They are a pillar of Licking Hole. Of Goochland.
Come on.
Pillar.
These aren't
real stand-up citizen.
She write proper names for places and beverages.
How dare you pass me my Licking Hole ale?
Do you know who I am? I'm the best known Licking Hole in Goochland.
Goochland's finest.
I'm Goochland's finest Licking Hole.
Oh God.
But back to the sad part. Quote, my health has unfortunately just taken my complete focus, Reynolds Brotherton said in an interview this week. The quality of the brand is everything to me. It's not something I just want to limp along when I can't be there to make sure everything is running as it should. Fair enough. I get it. Reynolds Brotherton says she's hoping to reopen Licking Hole in the spring or the summer, but that she doesn't want to make promises that she can't deliver on. She said she's weighing options for finding someone else to potentially step in and run the Licking Hole business, but she doesn't know whether that would involve bringing someone in as a shareholder or just a managerial role. The brewery already has 4 other owners who hold a minority stake.
A lot of owners that probably could handle this.
Yep.
You know,
named for the nearby Little Licking Hole Creek.
Little Licking Hole.
Little Licking Hole. Now it's a little one.
The brewery opened in 2013 on over 200 acres in the Goochland countryside at 4100 Knowles Point Drive, about 40 miles west of downtown Richmond. This is in Virginia.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Licking Hole also previously had expanded with Shockoe Bottom Tap Room, but closed it during the pandemic in 2020. That did shock my bottom.
The licking hole expanded due to Shocko Bottom.
Shocko Bottom. But Shocko Bottom had to tighten up and close down during the pandemic.
My God.
Got shut out. They were just playing poop.
Licking Hole did for a time find ways to send its beers outside of the Richmond region. Quote, a lot of our sales were to Canada, Sweden, Korea, and Japan, Reynolds Brotherton said.
Void in Ontario.
Heard that the Japanese love a good licking hole, yeah.
And a Shocko Bottom. Our focus became overseas as competition increased here. But with all the brewery's operations now in a shuttered state, Reynolds Brotherton said her focus is on her health and finding someone to reopen Licking Hole.
Is it bad that I actually think Richmond
Reynolds Brotherton
is the funniest part of this fucking story? My name is Reynolds Brotherton.
Her name is Lisa Reynolds Brotherton.
It's hyphenated.
Lisa Reynolds Brotherton.
It's not hyphenated.
Oh.
It's specifically not hyphenated.
Got
She was
it.
like,
Okay.
fuck that.
Amazing.
She got married, but she's keeping the Reynolds.
The Brotherton. There are a lot of things I can't do, like jobs I couldn't do, and like news reporter is like after hearing this, that's just I'm adding that to the long list of like jobs I couldn't do because
Licking Hole's closure follows the permanent closures of Castleberg Brewery and Eiley Brewery Company, both of which were based in Richmond. Eiley wound up selling the recipe of its most popular beer, the Choosy Mother, to a brewery from the Northern Neck, while Castleberg's space near the Diamond is being taken over by another Goochland beer maker, Kindred Spirit Brewing.
all fake story, fake names,
Northern Neck.
fake people, lies.
I love it.
Slander and lies.
Those are my headlines for this month, and I will be spending the rest of my time today looking at Goochland Zillow listings because I need to move immediately.
Of the Goochland Jacobsons.
Yes, I'm Amanda Jacobson Hoban Brotherton
Smithshire
of Goochland, and I'm gonna buy Licking Hole.
Holy
Little
mother
licking
God.
hole.
I want to invest in a little licking hole.
Yes. Don't
I'll need a
say it
choosy-
like that.
I'll need a choosy mother down at Licking Hole.
I'm gonna
Choosy
drink
Mother.
Choosy Mother at Little Licking Hole.
Oh God, this is like a Pornhub, like suddenly a Pornhub,
Oh,
like
Mad
no.
Libs.
Mad
I'm just a
Pornhub
little
Mad
baby.
Libs.
Pornhub Mad Libs. Anyway, thank you
God
so much
almighty.
for sending in those headlines for this month. And as always, if you have a funny headline to share, go to our website, wineandcrimepodcast.com, and go to contact us. And there is a funny headline drop down so that I will know that it is for me.
Amazing.
But before we force our friend Robbie to cold read Coven Confessions to us, shall we take a quick break to hear a word from our sponsors?
Couldn't make
Yes.
it through the headlines.
Well, now you're going to be in the hot seat. So
Give Robbie a moment to recover.
yeah, we'll let you recover, and then it's all on you, and you have to carry this whole thing. And there's a lot riding on this, and there's a ton of pressure.
Goochland. Can't do it.
Everybody loves a good family mystery, especially one with as many twists and turns as June's journey. Step into the role of June Parker and search for hidden clues to uncover the mystery of her sister's murder. Engage your observation skills to quickly uncover key pieces of information that lead to chapters of mystery, danger, and romance. Where will each new chapter take you?
This game is so cute.
It's so cute, and she has the same name as your baby.
She maybe that. Am I biased? I don't think
know,
so.
Maybe it's that good.
You solve mind-teasing mysteries of the Roaring Twenties. Everyone has really great outfits.
Such great outfits.
This game is about a daring young girl named June traveling to her sister's estate. Her sister who is dead, possibly murdered, to uncover scandalous family secrets. And you can design your own garden.
It's the luxurious estate island is maybe my favorite part of this game.
Yup, you let your imagination run wild when decorating your island estate. It's, I mean, the little puzzles are so, captivating.
Mm-hmm.
I love playing this while I'm watching Real Housewives.
Yes, the best.
And then when you're not doing your puzzles, you're just decorating.
It's so fun. And sending gifts to your friends in the game.
Yes, what could be better? So relax and lose yourself in this captivating quest of mystery, murder, and romance.
Can you crack the case? Download June's Journey for free today on iOS and Android because June needs your help, detective. So download June's Journey for free today on iOS and Android.
Well, Robbie, are you welcome to carry our entire business on your back?
Yeah.
Oh, come
It all
on. What did I do?
depends on you.
Come on. What did I do to deserve this?
You love us so much.
You accepted
Please
our
don't let us
invitation.
down.
Don't come. This is. Come on. Don't do all that. I do love you, and I don't want to let you down. And I do think these are so funny. Oh my God. My
It's
face
your
is
time
all
to
red.
shine.
It's your time to shine.
Please.
I did notice you took your sweater off. You got
I did. I got really.
You got too hot.
I got all hot. Oh, heavens. I don't know.
Robbie got scared. Well, take it away. Let's hear those coven confessions.
Okay. All right. Coven confessions. The following story cannot be associated with my name because of my religious upbringing. But my dear friend, fellow listener, and now sister-in-law, Little Heart, helped me see that this is too ridiculous not to share. And I thought Coven Confessions would especially appreciate it.
Uh-oh.
Thank you so much, anonymous listener.
Also, we never use your name, so you don't know that.
Yes, don't. That's kind of the whole bag. This all happened because of the first dirty picture I ever sent.
Ooh, sent.
Oh, it's an outgoing dirty picture.
Oh,
I've never sent a dirty picture to anyone.
I'm not surprised by that at all. I've sent so many that I could never run for public office.
I feel like I've taken dirty pictures of you to send
I'm
to
certain
other
you
people.
have. At the airport in Dubai, you definitely did.
the airport hotel in Dubai.
Yeah, I
You're
posed like mostly nude with McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh my! I feel like this is a whole story.
That's really it.
You guys want to
pretty
do
much
your own?
it.
You want to do a coven confession next?
No, that we were sharing a hotel room, and I really liked the robes, and we got
And
McDonald's.
the McArabia chicken sandwich.
Yep.
Okay.
I just looked too fucking good not to be sensually boudoir photographed. And Lucy, you want one altogether, Fitzgerald, was on it.
What I'm hearing is, in order for something to be a confession, there has to be some level of shame.
Yeah, no, I don't
So
have
you
that.
could literally neither of you tell one because you live lives without shame.
Correct.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
accurate.
have anything
You're my-
to be.
Yeah, you're my idols because I'm made of shame. I am a big pile of shame. Okay.
Love it.
This all happened because of the first dirty picture I ever sent. I was out at a bachelorette party and I decided to send my boyfriend of 4 months a little selfie. Nothing crazy, just a little suggestive. But I was a 27-year-old virgin when I met him. See aforementioned religious background. And I was pretty enthusiastic about the whole having sex project. It is a project.
It is a project.
I wanted to get an A+. The photo was a great success. The next day,
adorable.
it was a photograph. You could see it.
Yep,
You
there
could
were
see
boobs
all the
in it.
parts
That's
required.
successful.
A+.
Yes. All the bits and bobs were presented well.
Clits
All
and
right.
bobs, clits and nips.
Clits and dits and bobs and squabs. The next day, we already had plans for a double date. And so we appended plans for me. They love appended. That's very good. That's good. Okay. And so we appended plans for me to stay over at his place. On the way home from dinner, he made it clear how much he enjoyed the photo.
I'm
and
sure
by
he
the
did.
time we arrived back at my car, neither of us were really interested in waiting to drive back to his place.
Did you lose your virginity in a car at 27?
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
no, not in a car, babe. You're an adult.
Yes. Just get in on that stick
Well-
shift jamming and yeah.
Okay, maybe at this point they're not a virgin because they said when they met the boyfriend,
Yes.
they were a virgin. So maybe
Yes,
it's
this
the
might not
first
be a
relationship
first.
they were having sex in. You
Yeah.
know?
Could
Okay,
be.
maybe.
Could be.
Yeah.
Unclear.
The way this is written makes it seem like this is their first time, but I could be
Could be.
wrong.
It does. It could. It's possible.
We'll see how bad it gets.
Yeah.
Also, I apologize for reading this in a sort of like sing-songy way. I just feel like that's how I'm gonna get through.
That's how
this
Robbie
first one.
copes.
It's how I cope is by being a little silly man. All right. Near my car, adjacent to my friend's not that small apartment complex, was a lovely and dark canyon. Okay. This has taken a strange turn. Okay.
I'm scared, okay?
All right. So we don't want to go all the way back to his place. However, we have a convenient canyon.
Dark canyon. Yeah.
Dark canyon nearby. Okay.
And
Right.
lovely.
Yeah,
A
dark
nice,
canyon.
dark, lovely canyon.
Got it.
We decided to take that's my stage name. Dark
Dark
canyon.
Canyon.
Dark
that's
lovely canyon.
That's like your Batman villain name.
Canon. Lovely, dark, and deep.
You'll never catch me, Batman. It's
The
the
Dark
Dark
Canyon.
Canyon. Oh God. We decided to take a quick detour on foot to a spot where no windows were in view. And as you know, if you can't see them, they can't see you.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
That's how it works. We found a discarded couch.
Oh,
That's
babe.
worse. Go back to the
wait.
car. Do it in the car. I was wrong.
Wait.
Do it in the
wait.
car.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
Robbie just
No.
got done saying having sex outside is great.
No, I said the rain makes it easy to clean up because,
But
like, in a
bring a
shower.
discarded couch into it.
A wet couch.
Now he doesn't like it anymore.
That's just a dusty, dirty, disgusting old canyon full of discarded furniture, apparently.
Dark and lovely discarded furniture.
Stop. I hate this.
We found a discarded couch, and he likes a from behind kind of situation. Okay, so this was not their first time. So I stood behind the couch and bent over. This is very hard to picture. I'm now picturing like a living room set from like a TV sitcom just
I'm
down
going to be
in a
honest with you.
canyon.
This is not that hard to picture.
I'm picturing like
I'm picturing
a
it.
rusty abandoned refrigerator next to them.
Yes. Yeah.
Within 10 yards.
I set my jacket on the back of the couch because
That's polite.
discarded couch, but I was too far gone to care. Or
Too
really
far gone.
the lust scent.
We're in this now.
Yeah, this is happening.
This is fucking happening.
Yeah, she's a sort of a Cullen. The sex scent drove them mad.
You've clearly never read Twilight.
No,
It's never been more obvious to anyone that you've never fucking read Twilight.
I tried. I tried a modern reference.
Good
and by
God.
modern, I mean 15 years old. Oh my God, I'm sweating. But I was too far gone to care, or really critically engage with the concept of interacting with a discarded couch in the first place. So, you know, sex happens. At some point, my partner moved suddenly and said, "One of the flies bit me." So now they are humping on a discarded couch. That's, by the way, she
Over
says
a
canyon.
discarded couch.
They say canyon. I'm seeing a gully.
A
I'm definitely
ditch.
seeing like a dirty ditch.
Ditch.
Nasty ditch.
And now he's getting bitten on the ass by
and now there are
flies.
swarming around his balls.
That is
Yes.
a ravine.
You are in a nice little ravine. One of the flies bit me. This brought me back to reality slightly as I realized that I knew what he was talking about. The pervasive buzzing must have registered to me at some level. Shortly
Buzzing?
after buzzing, yeah, they're like surrounded by
Oh
buzzing.
my God.
Because they're flopping in
They're
a
fucking on a
gully.
garbage pile. Like
They're in a dump.
They're in a dump.
They're in a dirty, dirty dump.
they stumbled into a dump.
It was a little too dark in that canyon. It was a ditch.
Oh my God, please let this be a dump. Oh my God, there's like a junkyard dog watching.
A floodlight shines on them.
One
Some
of you
old
kids
man
threw it
starts
on my
yelling.
couch. All right, they're in someone's yard. All right, so they are now surrounded by flies. This is getting sicker by the moment. pervasive buzzing must have registered to me at some level. Shortly after, one bit me too. So I said, hey, one bit me also. So they're like being bitten, swarmed by flies.
Fly bites hurt.
And another, and it hurt.
Yeah.
We were
Horse
registering
flies.
the gravity of the situation. By this time, the buzzing was loud. And even in the dark, I could see the shadows of many, unfortunately, not that small flying things around it. This is starting
it's bees.
to sound.
It's bees. $20 says it's bees.
Beehive in the couch?
Oh my God.
That's my guess.
They started humping on top of a fucking beehive infested couch.
Oh,
that is
no.
my guess. Yeah. My partner, the quick one, advised me to run. So I pulled up my pants and grabbed my keys. I tried to grab my jacket, but discovered it was covered in flying things. Run, he said, I'll get your jacket. So I did. I ran up the hill towards the lights of my car. But I realized that it wasn't working. The buzzing was still happening. The stinging was still happening. It is stinging. It's stinging.
Bees. It's bees.
Yeah.
They were following me like some Winnie Pooh ass shit. No, thank you. So I got into the light. I started to slow down so I could figure out what was
the light.
Yeah, they died. Their ghost is running out of this dirty gully, and in the ravine, their corpse is slumped like the kid from Stand By Me, or no, from like the kid from My Girl, slumped over the couch.
Oh, he can't see without his glasses.
I can't see. He can't see without his glasses. And she looks back and she sees their bodies swarmed by bees in a dirty gully. So I go into the light and I started to slow down to see if I could figure out what was happening. I'm going to do this voice now. Reality dawned even before I came to a complete stop. The buzzing was following me. There was still stinging all below the waist. Okay, so bees go for warmth and CO2 emissions. They go for orifices. They go after your mouth and your nose. So I'm
They
wondering,
want your stanky warm holes.
buttholes. Are buttholes and vaginas possibly a good target for them when they go after you? Okay.
I think the answer is yes.
I think that we are now in a full sort of Candyman situation.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Reality dawned on me before I came to a complete stop. They're still stinging all below the waist, even as I ran. There were bees, and more specifically, and more horrifying, there were bees trapped in my pants.
No.
So, they pull up their pants,
And they scoop them full of bees.
Zip them up, button them to run.
No, and then running.
And now trapping a horde of bees, many of which would have decided not to sting, but now that they're trapped in your dirty pants,
Yep.
Yeah.
stinging is a must.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh my God. Okay, this is. I hope they live. I hope we don't get to the end and it was like, yeah, that was the story that happened to my sister. Who died.
They died.
Who died in a very.
That was the
migrant
obituary.
situation.
That's the obituary for this episode.
Oh my God, I'm sweating.
Died in a bee attack. It was crazy.
There are bees trapped in my pants. I was in full view of the apartments by this point, but no matter, the pants had to go. I tore them off, tried to get rid of the memory of insects on my upper legs and delicate regions by doing a little involuntary dance. Okay, so they've charged out of the gully and are now stripping and trying to get bees off of them in full view of the windows of the apartment, probably making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
So my partner came up the hill at this point and let me know that my jacket and my flip-flops, which we are realizing are just lost causes.
They're gone.
They're swarmed with bees. I turned to him and saw a horrified expression take over his face. Are you okay? What happened to your pants? I explained about the pants, that there had been bees in them, and assured him that I was fine. I told him what a funny story this would be someday. Maybe even tomorrow it would be funny. Just full denial. Full denial of the trauma.
Tears streaming down. Maybe tomorrow it'll be funny.
It's gonna be so funny.
Maybe after a good night's sleep and an EpiPen, this will be funny.
This might even be funny tomorrow.
Benadryl.
And they look down and see their dead bodies at the bottom of the ravine and are like, this is so funny. Look at those 2 dead people look just like us.
Oh, God.
We made it back to the car, me pantless, like America's favorite anthropomorphic teddy bear. This is a very Winnie Pooh, like a dirty Winnie Pooh story. I took a Porky Pig in it on the way back to the car. I took a couple of tiny freak out pit stops when I found out that my undershirt, I found one under my shirt on my underwear. It turns out that you're in the car and the doors are closed and the remaining clothes inspected. Then it might become funny. Okay, so they do laugh about this like once they've recovered from the attack. Once we were home, he very carefully took all of the stingers out of me with a credit card and ice. Okay. We later went back to retrieve the jacket, pants, which I left in a tree.
I would never go back.
No, those are forfeit. They're just that's how
never fucking go back.
This pile keeps getting stuff added to it.
Yeah, because the bees just claim it.
By bees and have to discard objects and clothing, and like that's why this gully has this fucking pile of stuff in it. It turns out I had inadvertently disturbed a hive of bees happily living their lives under a discarded couch in a lovely canyon. Okay. Under a dirty couch in a nasty gully.
Yeah.
A nasty gitch. Just out of the sight of prying eyes. Anyways, we're still together going on 8 years.
Oh my God.
The sex is so good, I won't notice if I'm getting stung by a swarm of bees. So A+. Okay. All right.
Great.
That's right on.
Great. Anyway, we just celebrated our 8-year anniversary. That's crazy. I love when the stories end like that, though.
Yeah. So that is just like became a good story for them. Right. Okay.
Well, can't tell that many people, but I love it. Well, now you've just told thousands.
Yeah, you've told thousands of people that you were stung in the vagina by a bunch of bees.
Yeah. Keep an EpiPen in your car.
Yeah, straight up.
Or maybe don't. I don't know how those have to be stored.
Yeah,
once you've been stung by bees, they always know where you are.
Oh my God.
Sick. They got their trackers in you.
Yeah, they'll find you again.
You got one of those vaccine chips in you, but it's bees.
It's bees.
It's bees.
You know Elon Musk is out here making bees.
Yeah.
Making bee drones.
Well, that escalated incredibly fun into an incredibly fun way, and no one died.
Yeah.
Or that was written by a ghost still in deep denial about their death at the bottom of a dirty gully.
Beautifully done.
Oh, I love the dramatic readings.
Hey, gals. Just want to say first that I love you all so much, and now whenever someone tells me they are in Wisconsin, I wince in pain.
I love that.
I love that you have this like sort of like little anti-Wisconsin gang.
People who have like never even heard of or thought about Wisconsin ever before in their lives now just
most
hate
people
it for
never
no reason.
think about Wisconsin. So
I never think about
but now you've got like this whole like Sharks versus Jets, like people from Wisconsin aren't welcome around here.
That's right.
It's great. So this story was from when I was a little baby muffin in elementary school, maybe 8 or 9 years old. I was at my friend's birthday party, and we were going to do a piñata.
Okay.
They were going to do a piñata.
Yeah, just gonna fuck a piñata right there in front of your grandma and the Lord.
Abuela, because being my proud Latina self, I was like, oh, I'll bust this baby wide open. It's in my blood.
Great.
So when it was my time to shine, they blindfolded me, and I swung with confidence and ended up hitting the piñata spot on.
Nice.
But then every girl at the party started screaming bloody murder at the top of their lungs. This is like a Ghost Wax story. I'm going to steal this. I'm totally stealing this for a Ghost Wax episode. All right, so you take a swing at a piñata, pop, and then just, like everyone in the party freaks out. Terrified, I took off my blindfold to see that I had smacked the fucking shit out of the birthday girl in the arm, and she held an ice pack on it for the rest of the night.
You gotta get out of the way.
I mean, yeah.
Listen,
she was kind of asking
only one
for
person's blindfolded.
Exactly. There is a blindfolded person with a bat whose objective is to smack the shit out of something, give them
Get
a
out
nice
of the way.
wide berth.
Yep.
See,
and they're 8.
And they're 8. So their body barely works.
Yeah.
Can I tell a quick story?
Of
Please
course.
do.
So we were in Mexico during my mom's birthday one year, and we went out to dinner. And then when we got back to the house, we were like, "Okay, put on this blindfold. We've got a surprise for you." And she's like, "Okay," humoring us. Puts on the blindfold. We hand her a stick. We spin her around. We're like, "Okay, it's right in front of you."
Put her outside and leave her.
And she starts swinging. There was no piñata.
Still there.
Next spring, we're going to go back and get her.
Wait, where were you?
In Mexico. She was so annoyed.
So wait, there really wasn't a
There was
piñata?
no piñata.
Swung around. Did you guys just go back inside?
No, we just let her go and get frustrated for several minutes.
Oh my god! I
just laughed at her.
All I could picture was her just swinging around and wandering down the beach into a resort, beating the crap out of some mariachi band or something that was playing
my
there.
God.
And did I get it? Lady, no!
Yeah, she's still in prison, actually.
We got her fucking arrested for assault.
In Mexico.
Oh,
No,
wow.
she was really annoyed. She just ripped off her blindfold after she couldn't get it, saw that there was no piñata, and went inside and went to bed and didn't talk to us.
That could only have been funnier is if you had all gone inside and gone to bed.
Just left her.
And left her swinging out there on the beach, and then they had taken it off, and it's just dark. The house is dark. Everyone's asleep.
We had to pretend that we were raising it, lowering it, so it'd be
Yeah,
whoa,
okay.
whoa,
Yeah.
whoa,
Oh, you're close. Getting close. This is sick. Lucy, this is sick.
It was
this is
really
abusive. This is abuse.
Oh my god!
Where's my mom?
Your mother is a saint.
No shit.
Especially because they were after this very embarrassing situation,
so
they were
mean.
armed. They were armed after. They had a bat.
Yeah, she should have clocked you. You little brat.
Okay, so
I killed the birthday girl.
all right, so the birthday girl gets popped in the arm. Sorry, I know it's not funny that a little kid, a 9-year-old, got struck with a bat. But all I can picture
pretty
is
funny,
them not paying attention, and then the bat swinging around. It's so good. Oh, I don't care about your kids. I watch your kids get hit all day long.
No, 1,000%. Me and Lucy's favorite Instagram account is kids getting hurt.
Oh yeah.
It's really funny.
Lord.
It's really fucking funny.
It's good.
Okay, so birthday girl gets smacked. Okay, she has to wear an ice pack on it for the rest of the night. So this should have been my sign to go home.
Oh, no.
But did I? Absolutely
No.
not. Later that night, it was my first time eating pesto sauce.
Oh,
And
yum.
it was big milestone. Big milestone.
It's so funny to hear about people going to a little white girl's birthday party for the first time.
Yes.
It's yeah, this is...
What is this exotic dish?
Yeah, of course there was pesto.
It's 50
birthday.
oysters.
Yes. Here's
Well,
48
the birthday
oysters.
girl probably wasn't white because they had a piñata.
Maybe.
White birthday girls get piñatas all the time.
I guess.
White
knows?
birthday girls don't have the sense to pay attention to someone with a bat.
we
swinging around the
appropriate
house.
all the things for our parties.
And then we eat pesto sauce.
yeah.
No,
It
you're
would
right.
be the
You're
whitest
of
white
course
girl
you're-
shit ever to be like, come over, we'll hit the piñata, and then we'll have our pasta with pesto sauce.
Sounds like a
Like-
party to me.
Yeah, exactly. Case made.
Could be any ethnicity, doesn't matter. The pesto sauce was bomb.com. I ate so much pesto, I was like, this is the best
Oh,
thing
no.
that has ever happened to me.
No.
It's so good.
Oh,
Oh my
slow
god,
down.
pesto.
Pesto
Dude.
will sneak up on you.
Dude, the good pesto is fucking immense. It
I
is
know.
so wonderful. I completely agree with this.
The heartburn.
Really?
She's not even going to be able to keep this down long enough to get heartburn. She's about.
Oh, this
I know
is
she's 8.
definitely gonna.
She's
be
going to throw up.
Okay.
It's not going to be good.
Later in the night, all the girls were hanging out downstairs, and I felt a
With her ice
little
pack.
ache in my tum-tum,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew I had to poop. Pesto does have a lot of like oil in it.
Yeah.
Oil.
And so if you're not used to,
It'll come at you fast.
Come at you fast. Not wanting to let my booty hole erupt in the bathroom 4 feet away from
Where
everyone.
else would you let it erupt?
No, she means the close by bathroom. She wants to go to a farther away one upstairs.
Okay.
No, I really wanted to make sure they saw it. I needed them to watch me poop. Okay, bathroom. I don't want to have my booty hole erupt in the bathroom 4 feet away from everyone. I got to go to the other bathroom. Okay, yeah. I snuck upstairs to go drop my deuce. Well, when I finished destroying the toilet, thank God they made it to the toilet. I'm so happy. Poop stuff really does like bother me. Amanda can back me up on this.
That's why I tell you so many good things.
Okay. But they made it to the toilet. That makes me very happy. Okay, so. Oh, the toilet got clogged.
Always.
It started overflowing, and I panicked and just ran downstairs. Like 30 minutes later, the birthday girl's room mom ran down and was like, "Is everyone okay? Because there's poop on the floor upstairs. Did someone poop on the floor? I just want to make sure everyone is okay."
This mom is not having a good time.
No.
Her daughter gets smoked. And then someone shits on the floor.
Wait! Why does the mom react like this? Is everyone okay?
It's an emergency.
There's poop on the floor. Did someone poop on the floor? I just want to make sure everyone is okay. Like, is the poop attacking?
Yes.
Is it animated attack shits?
This is also from the memory of the 8-year-old.
Oh, very true, very true. So her memory is that the mom came down and said,
screaming,
"Some filthy, evil fuck shit on the floor upstairs."
Reveal yourself.
You're right.
The mom was probably like, just to let you, just wanted to
there's poopy on the floor.
Yeah, which one of you duked on the fucking floor?
Yeah, none
I
of you
work my ass off for this family. Can we fucking
little trash monsters?
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw you in the dirty gully behind us.
That's what I would do.
Sleep on the wet couch.
Yeah, you can go sleep with the bees.
Couch. Oh, Lord. Which, like, okay, bitch, could you lower your voice? Do you want my credit score, too? So everyone was looking around, seeing who it could be, and I just blurted out, "Ashley, didn't you go up there earlier?"
Oh, my God. No, you did not. No, you did not. Is Ashley the birthday girl? Is this a double hit?
Oh,
we don't know
God.
who Ashley is.
No, we haven't heard the name yet.
Amazing.
I don't think. No. Okay, you know what? Canon, Ashley's the birthday girl. So I just blurted out, "Ashley, didn't she go up there earlier?" To my amazement, it worked.
It worked.
And they told Ashley all night that she pooped on the floor.
You gaslit Ashley. You pooplit her. Oh my God.
Okay, sure. Was this before or after you pooped on the floor? So, moral of the story, I don't eat pesto anymore. Love you guys. Oh, that's
the
evil.
moral? The moral is I'm not going to eat pesto again?
Yeah, don't frame Ashley for your dirty shit mess.
Or hit the birthday girl with a baseball bat.
Be careful when you're clubbing objects with a blindfold on. No.
Oh my God.
That's
moral
nasty.
Of the story.
The moral
Honestly,
of the story, throw the accusation first.
If if there's anything Robbie and I have learned from watching The Traitors season 2, it's definitely that.
God help me. I got sucked into The Traitor season 2.
It's so
it
good.
would be
so
easy to gaslight me
Mm-hmm.
into taking full responsibility for that toilet overflowing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember at my so Lucy is lovely and threw me a surprise bridal shower last summer. And she organized a game of 2 truths and a lie. And everybody at the little afternoon shower put their 2 truths and a lie in a bowl. And then like Scott was the reader, and then people would guess like what the truths were or what the lies were. And Lucy's husband put in his 2 truths and a lie without realizing that the lie he put in had actually happened to me.
Oh, no!
And the lie was that I'd pooped myself at a fancy dinner, which I just had when we were in Las Vegas for my bachelorette
Like
party.
3 months earlier.
Yes.
Barely 3 months earlier, I sharted to
Oh,
the
God.
point where I needed to go to the bathroom and ditch my underwear.
You had pesto
And
that night.
I did not have pesto that night. That was tapas night.
Yeah, I know.
That was Chris Angel night.
That was Diamond Earrings night.
It was Diamond
Chris
Earrings
Angel
night.
magicked the poop out of your body.
I shit my pants, bought diamond
Abracadiarrhea.
earrings to wear for my wedding day, and saw Chris Angel all in one night. It was shocking.
It was too
Las
much.
Vegas is crazy. It was too much.
It was a lot. That's why she shit
yeah.
herself.
Not a soul had known that I had done that. And I, for a fleeting moment, was like, wait, did I tell Lucy that I did that?
Found out.
You
And
did
so I just
tell me because you just like vanished from the table at some point.
That's right, I did.
And then I went to the bathroom and I saw you in the hallway on the way back and you were like, I shit my pants. And I was like, oh, okay. And then you just bought diamond earrings on your way back to the table.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
Hold on a second. So can I just track that sequence real quick?
Sure.
Was that sequence Amanda saw Chris Angel?
Yes.
No,
Or
not yet.
was on their way to see Chris Angel?
Correct. It was
Went to dinner.
pre-Chris dinner.
Yeah.
No, it was post.
Was it post?
Yes, it was post, Chris. We went to dinner
Oh,
post.
yeah, because Michelle was really drunk.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to get this sequence correct because I need to know this.
Okay.
This is important to me. Amanda goes and sees Chris Angel. You
Yes.
guys go to eat. You're
Yes.
sitting around to eat. Amanda leans over, hoping to let a farty out, and instead sharts her pants.
I didn't lean, but yeah, essentially, yeah.
Okay, thank you. I want to get it exactly right. Abracadiarrhea, you get poopy in your pants. And then you excuse yourself quickly from the table, go to clean up, and on the way back go, ooh, diamond earrings. And
Well, I had seen the diamond earrings on the way in.
so as long as I'm cleaning up my shirt, I might
And
as well
I
do
knew
a
that
little-
I knew that I wanted to buy them, but I was like, I'll wait until the end of dinner so I can think about it. And
But
then I was
here
like,
I'm-
well,
I'm
I
already over
I
here.
shit myself. I'm up here I'm up here throwing my fucking underwear in the tampon box. I'm buying these earrings. Like, I'm treating myself. I just shat my pants at like a very nice restaurant that you have to walk through like a jewelry store to get to.
Yeah.
Okay, so like,
It's
so
a
this was
hidden
like, well,
restaurant.
fuck it, I might as well
Yeah,
buy
it's like
diamonds.
it's built like a speakeasy. Like you go in through it's
jewelry
essentially
store.
a pawn shop, but it's like a really high quality what's it called? Like consignment store. And then the entrance to the restaurant's in the back of the store. So I clocked the earrings the second I walked in, and I was like, "You're gonna be mine." And then yeah,
I'm gonna come back for you after I
was-
shit myself.
yeah,
at
I was
dinner.
drunk. I ate a bunch of like delicious small plates, crapped my pants, ran to throw my underwear away and clean my ass, came back, bought the diamond earrings, kept drinking, and then that's the story of my bachelorette
That's
party.
it. Yeah.
Wow.
And I didn't realize that Corey just
Made it
Just
up.
Made a
would
guess.
randomly stumble into this factoid.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
anyway.
Amanda's like,
Beautiful.
what if they're all truths?
Yeah,
What if
and
they're
then I'm
all
just gaslit
truth?
myself into being like,
Oh,
wait,
no.
now I don't trust any of these.
Oh no. Lord. All right. Looks like we got another one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Exercise is dangerous.
Always.
Hey, gals, as I sit here rewatching the Exercise Crimes episode and cuddling with my kitties, Edmund and Kemper. Oh, Christ.
Oh my God.
Don't know
I
how I
love
feel about
cats,
that.
And I hate serial killers, so that makes me feel two things at once. I love it. I can't help but feel the need to tell you a story that will confirm that exercise is dangerous. This is definitely not the worst thing I have ever done, but it is one of the dumbest. To set the scene, the date was April 20th, 2017.
420.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I woke in the morning excited for the holiday and decided that I wouldn't have even known what the holiday was. I was like, the holiday? You mean Arbor Day? I woke in the morning excited for the holiday and decided that a nice wake and bake was appropriate. I smoked my bowl as I got ready with my bags packed for my 10-hour serving shift and headed to the gym.
That is an ambitious start to the day.
Yeah, that's intense. I made it through most of the workout when I was using one of the machines. At this point, I don't remember what the machine was, but it isn't important, and honestly, who gives a fuck? The weight on the machine stopped at the top and did not come down. My high ass thought, I can fix this. I can fix this.
Oh my God.
I could not have been more wrong. I reached over to try and fiddle around when the weight started falling. My taint is clenched so hard. Oh no. It happened so fast that I really don't know what happened. All I knew was I had crushed the tip of my left pointer finger under those weights. I looked down at my hand and saw a lot of blood and my bone sticking out of the top of my finger. I looked around and saw the skin and nail that once was attached to my body. I scooped it up and ran into the bathroom where I threw the severed tip in the trash.
Oh my God.
I have literally no clue why I did that. I grabbed my bag, ran the water in the sink, and stuck my hand in as I used my right hand to grab a towel out of my bag. Just real quick, none of this is right. If you ever have a massive injury like this, all of this is wrong. Don't do any of this.
No.
Keep the tip. Don't run it underwater. Put a lot of pressure on it. Cinch it up. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I have no idea why I did that. I grabbed the sink, right hand of the towel bag. I wrapped my hand, held it over. I tried to compose myself so I could call my mom. Luckily, the weed I had smoked worked well and the adrenaline coursing through my body, and I was shockingly calm. After calling my mom multiple times without her answering, she finally picked up, and I said, Mom, I broke my finger at the gym. I really need you to come get me. She told me no.
She told me
no. What? Mom, I broke my finger at the gym. I really need you to come get me. No. She told me no. And I reassured her that it was really bad and she needed to come get me now. So she and my aunt then drove to the gym so they badgered the mom into coming. Right.
Tell us you have a history of exaggeration without telling us.
Or tell us you have
your mom is
a boomer mom.
You have a wicked like Disney villain mother. No.
It's giving Suzanne Jacobson.
Totally.
You're fine.
You're fine.
Rub some dirt on it.
Catch the bus.
Catch the bus. You've got too much blood loss to drive yourself? Well, I hope you've got enough for a taxi. All right. Sorry, that was my Amanda Jacobson impression. Hope you're all right. You'll be fine. See you at home. Her and my aunt then drove to the gym under the assumption that I had just broken my finger. They arrived and I walked out of the gym with my hand wrapped in a blood-soaked towel. She freaked. We went to the hospital where I stayed with a bone sticking out of my hand for the next 12 hours. The first doctor told me we would have to amputate half of my finger.
Oh my God.
Cool. Then a hand...
Holy
yeah,
shit.
he just looked at it. He's like, that shit's destroyed.
Yeah,
Gotta go.
You're gonna have to lose it. The whole hand's coming off.
Start from scratch.
Yeah. Like when Amanda went in and they just cut off her whole foot.
Yeah, Robbie was like, wouldn't it be so funny if they went in to do your surgery and then they just cut your foot off and then they cut your head off? And wouldn't it be so funny?
Thing.
God damn it.
And then I asked if I could have it.
No, you can't have my foot. My foot is still attached to my body for now.
For now.
Amanda got me high when we were recording a Passages episode once.
Oh, no.
And I said, I just got so stupid. And I was like, Amanda, wouldn't it be so funny if you went in to have your surgery and instead of doing surgery on your foot, they just cut off your head?
Your head?
I have no idea what. I think it was at the last minute, I just wanted to up the ante on the joke.
Was so fucking
stupid. It came out so wrong. I don't know. I felt stupid. All right. Well, so they tell her they're gonna have to amputate half her finger. Then a hand surgeon came in and told me he could just cut the bone that was exposed. And so I obviously went with a second doctor. Okay, so they're just gonna saw off some bone. NBD.
God.
He was was carrying a musket and had like a bone saw and had a gray uniform on.
I can cut that off for you.
I got my bone trimmer.
He's
like, it's really big nail clippers.
Bite down on this
leather strap.
Wood. Yeah. We have to get you back in the fight at Gettysburg.
I'll get you fixed up real quick.
Yeah, we got to get you back on the Union line. All right. So they offer to just saw some of the bone off.
Okay,
an hour
you said
later,
that part already.
I just wanted to say it again because I love it. Amanda is outnumbered by freaking creeps right now.
I hate this.
Lucy and I are like, yeah, the bone saw. Get the bone saw.
I have gagged so much through this story.
Yeah. This is rough. This is rough. He offered to do it while I was under anesthesia the next morning, or he could do it right now that night while I was awake.
With the leather strap, bite down.
Oh my God, bite down on this leather strap. I said, just do it right now. An hour later, I was numbed up and watching the nice hand surgeon cut the bone.
Oh my
I
God.
Stared at all day and then sew my finger up. Flash forward to 4.5 years later, my finger looks almost completely normal. The nail shockingly grew back. Oh my gosh, that is shocking.
No.
The doctor
I'm
said
done.
it wouldn't. But I don't have much feeling in the finger because the nerves
you
are now...
showed that doctor.
Yeah, you fucking showed
The
him.
doctor said it wouldn't, but I pushed that nail right out of there.
I beat it. I beat finger
the odds.
naillessness.
Oh, the finger is numb now because the nerves are like deeper under the skin. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's the story of how I accidentally cut off part of my finger. The funniest part isn't funniest part. The funniest part is that I was more upset about not getting to smoke but once that day, and for missing my double at work.
Fucking relatable, dude.
Priorities.
And for missing my double at work.
Yeah. I really left them hanging with my finger amputation. Let's just say my sign language teacher wasn't too thrilled when I showed up to our exam the next day with only one working hand. Hope you liked this story, and if you do, share this. I really don't care to be anonymous. I want him to see.
Oh my God.
Did we hear
so
what
good.
finger it was?
No.
I don't think we did.
Okay, interesting.
I don't want to know.
This is usually the first story I tell new people I meet. No wonder I'm not doing too hot on these dating apps.
Oh my God, honey.
Love you, gals. And I apologize in advance for any grammatical errors I may have made.
Any typos.
Yes, any typos. Yes.
Holy shit.
Oh, Lord.
I showed up for my sign language exam the
I
next
can't.
day.
So good.
What a way to get out of your final,
Is that
though.
the sign language equivalent of having a lisp or a speech impediment? Or
I don't know.
yeah, I wonder if you can still do it. If it's still doable.
I mean, I'm certain that you can, as there are. I'm certain plenty of people who are deaf or hard of hearing that also don't have both hands.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Yeah, yeah. I wonder if there's a one-handed variant or something.
I'm
Very
sure there are
interesting.
modifications.
Oh Lord!
Oh my
but
God.
yeah.
Yeah, you're not getting out of your final, kid.
Yeah,
Get
not
over
making
it.
it easy on yourself. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh Lord! All right, here we go. I got another one for you.
Oh,
The
God.
devil made me do it. Well, it's been a few years since I flipped my car going 40. So now this story is funny as hell. Okay, thank God. All right.
Tom rolled his car 5 times, and then my son had to go call the police. The house was broken into, and I'm under a lot of stress.
Oh,
Robbie
Lord.
doesn't get that reference, but Lucy does.
No, I don't.
I got it.
Oh my God. I guess anything can be funny with time.
Mm-hmm.
Now the story's funny as hell. I had spent the day cleaning tiled showers.
Okay.
8 floor to ceiling showers by hand. My best friend drove me back to my car before I had to go pick up the kids from school. I was not aware of how tired my arms had become. Getting to my car, I was early, so I downloaded and keyed up the Wine and Crime episode on satanic crimes. Oh,
no.
you guys are in this story.
Oh no, we almost killed her.
God.
I
Not another
you
one.
think- Do you think this is a you made me laugh so hard?
I mean,
I
The
swerved my
devil
car
made me do it. Maybe.
into a dirty ditch.
Maybe.
And they got stung by 1,000 bees.
Stung by 1,000,000 couch bees. I'm never gonna forget that couch.
No.
So Satanic Crimes episode. I was fucking pumped for the episode. So I left my friend's house. About a mile down the road, I either went to turn down my radio or grab my coffee, and I unintentionally pulled the steering wheel to the right. User error. Oh no. When I looked back up, I was hitting a telephone pole. Not about to hit, but I was in the process of hitting a telephone pole.
My God.
This is happening.
This is happening.
I had enough time to tuck in and close my eyes. The car flipped and snapped the pole in half.
Oh my God.
Other than airbag burns, I was and am fine.
Oh my
but
God.
Here comes the funny part. Okay. A bystander came running over. She was younger than me and had the biggest cross around her neck I think I had
As she's
ever
listening
seen.
to satanic panic cries.
As she makes sure I am okay, I realized my car didn't shut off. So there's Lucy, loud as fuck, talking about the history of Satanism.
This is like one of my greatest fears. I think about this all the time when I'm driving and I'm listening and singing really loud to something like really embarrassing. And then I'm like, if I get into an accident right now, like my radio is going to be stuck on this, and this is like what I'm going to die to. I'm going to die to like whatever stupid bullshit I'm listening to right now, and everyone's going to know, and it's going to be really embarrassing.
The time I got into a car accident and my airbags went off, I was listening really loudly to that one Lindsay Lohan song.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I think it's called Over.
Mm-hmm.
And then my car, crashed, and then it went off for a minute because the CD skipped.
Mm-hmm.
And then it blasted back on.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, this is almost as bad as the accident.
The last thing I'm going to hear before I die is Lindsay Lohan singing, and I don't know how to reconcile that.
I'm Lindsay, I'm Lindsay, I'm Lindsay, I'm Lindsay, I'm Lindsay.
That is exactly, you nailed it.
Yeah, that's the song. I think I nailed it. Can I just say how cinematic that is?
Yeah.
You've got the like blinker, the like sound of glass like settling, click, 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 and then, then it comes on the like, I'm gonna be a fire slut in the world, or whatever the song is.
That song sounds like a banger. I love this.
That's great. That's very cinematic. Okay, so this woman comes over with the biggest cross around her neck I think I had ever seen, and she makes sure I'm okay. Here's Satanism, the history of Satanism. Like you're listening to like
you're learning.
Oh, what's the guy's name? Like LaVey or whatever.
Nope, that's Timothy McVeigh. That's different.
Like, Timothy McVeigh has a podcast.
No,
that's
I think it's Anton LaVey, one of the founders of Satanism.
Yes.
This woman asks that I crawl back into the wreckage to shut off the radio.
Oh,
shut up.
Wait. What? Oh.
She can fuck off.
Can you turn that off?
Oh
That's
my
making
God.
me upset. I know you
that's
almost
so
got cut
annoying.
in half.
Yeah.
But because you
No,
Oh my
I can't.
God.
The audacity.
And she does because she's in trauma, so she just does what she says. As I crawl back out,
That's
she
fucked
asks,
up.
"What is that?" And I, sobbing, say Satan. Because trauma.
Oh, I love that. Satan.
Satan.
So this woman just turns away as police and firefighters show up.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, what a horrible thing.
That
The
lady
shit
sucks.
That's
still
what
makes
Jesus
me
would
laugh.
do.
Yeah, that,
Can
extremely
you turn
Christian.
that off and then turns
Can
away?
you crawl back into that flaming fucking wreckage and turn that off? It's offensive to me.
What if the car had been leaking gasoline? It exploded
Exploded.
when they crawled back in.
Yeah, this
She
bitch.
definitely would have been like, well, gee, with her time.
Yeah,
God
she shouldn't have been listening to that.
God works in mysterious ways, I guess. God wanted to kill that woman really bad and used me as a conduit of his vengeance.
Oh my
All right.
God.
This shit still makes me laugh at 2 a.m. when I can't sleep. The utter look of disgust. Thank you. Could you go turn that off? Could you turn that off, please?
I mean,
God,
it
what
is
a
pretty
fucking
funny.
About Satan.
That's
And
hilarious.
It's about me.
Yeah.
Your near deadly car accident is about me. It
I
had nothing to
turn
do with
that
you,
off.
bitch.
I would
Walk on.
I would like the timestamp of like when
Yes.
that lady was listening.
It was definitely your segment.
Yes, they said so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Lucy's history of Satanism.
1000%.
So yeah, it's not even like we're talking about a case involving Satanism. It is like
Nope.
it's like a pro-Satanism like history spiel. That's great.
Yes.
It was probably
I love.
it was probably like, it's not that they worship not God. They just worship Satan and their rituals involved. It's like, it's probably me defending Satanism.
Could you turn that off?
Could you turn that shit off? I'm too Christian for this.
Turn that off, please.
Oh my God. Just walk away, bitch. Go back to church.
I love this woman. Why are you involving yourself?
I hate her.
Good Samaritan.
And you know what? And then she walked away and flew to heaven. She took a few steps away and she was like, I told that thing. Oh, Jesus is taking me.
She was raptured. Raptured on the spot.
Raptured right up out of her clothes. Her old gross tits flapping in the wind and her body like her gross woman.
God.
Just, all right. Last one. Spooky little bitch. This is not my story, but I have permission to share.
Okay.
Buckle up. It's long, but totally worth it. Oh, great. I haven't been talking long enough. My husband is literally a jack of all trades. He has worked in so many different fields: coaching, meat processing, bottle forming.
Meat processing.
Don't ask questions. Just assume it's real and move on.
Bottle forming at a popular beer company. Wink, wink. And farm bitch.
In Goochland.
Goochland, at the Goochland Farms Licking Hole Brewery for bottle manufacturing. And farm bitch, my loving term for a farmhand. Okay. Just to name a few. This story involves his time working in a funeral home.
Ooh.
As a funeral arranger, it was his job to pick up the dead body, transport it back to the funeral home, and complete all necessary procedures to prep the body for burial or cremation. Oh,
it's giving Shadow Moon in American Gods.
Dude, okay, let's picture him as Shadow Moon for the rest of this. Great. His boss also required him to wear a full suit and leather-soled shoes on every pickup. This is important information.
Okay.
Interesting. This is very interesting. He got a call requesting pickup for a gal who had passed. Oh, not one of you. not that kind of gal. Just
not a capital G gal.
Not a capital G gal, just a gal. Yeah. Amanda's been dead this whole episode.
Been dead for 30
years. She died on a
beach
couch.
I did.
Her body's still down there. They can't get to it. He put her in the hearse and made his way back to the funeral home to start preparations. Oh, God. I'm sorry. Now I'm just picturing that this is the woman from the last story.
No.
Her body after her soul had been raptured up to heaven. The funeral home's processing room was in the basement and had about a 45-degree angle ramp to get the gurney downstairs. In the middle of the room downstairs, there was a large support beam running vertically from floor to ceiling. There were 3 possible ways to get a gurney down this incline. 1, hold the top of the gurney, shimmy it down while using your feet as brakes. 2, they need a better process. 2, stand at the bottom of the gurney and use your body as a human shield. Or 3, use a pulley system that took forever, but would get the body slowly and safely down the incline. So they do have a good system, just nobody uses it because it's slow and annoying. Okay. So they just muscled this body downstairs. My husband, in his infinite wisdom, decided to utilize option 1 in his full funeral suit and leather-soled dress shoes. Oh, no. He held onto the top and started to tip the gurney over the precipice. He teetered once, twice, and then flew down the 45-degree incline while hanging onto the gurney for dear life. He tried to slow his descent, but his feet, the feet of his leather soles did nothing to slow them down. And in fact started smoking from the friction. My husband, the dead gal, and the gurney. This is very slapstick. This is like a Marx Brothers fucking sequence, like Benny Hill. Yes. The gurney careening down the incline. There's no stopping it. So my husband lets go and watches in horror as the gurney crashes into the pole.
Oh no.
The dead body slams upright like a character in Michael Jackson's Thriller video. The dead gal smacks her entire face on the pole.
Oh my God.
Then she falls back onto the gurney. Oh my God.
Holy shit.
No.
You're going to be haunted.
Oh no.
Sir.
Haunted. This is another Ghost Wax episode.
It is.
An accidental body desecration leading to haunting. Oh no. Hubby goes to inspect the damage.
Hubby.
And there is Shadow Moon goes to inspect the damage. And there is
this is not an appropriate use of hubby. This story is not the time, honey. This is not it.
Benny Hill goes to inspect the damage. And there is damage.
Oh no.
Oh my God, you guys. Oh my God. she has dislocated her jaw and it is sitting sideways on her face.
Oh, that is horrifying.
He calls his dad, who also used to be a funeral arranger. Dad answers and hubby nonchalantly asks, "Hey, Dad, hypothetically speaking, what would you do if a body has a broken jaw?" His dad replies, "Oh boy, bud, did you drop her?"
No, he did not.
And hubby says, "Not exactly."
Oh.
Dad talks hubby through fixing the jaw.
Well, yeah.
And all seems to be going well. At this point, the body needs to be moved. I mean, you got to pop her back in there, right?
Yeah.
You can't send old Gran out there like, "Goodbye, everyone," like with her jaw all messed up.
No.
Okay.
Oh, well, it's not like she's
At
going
this
to
point,
bruise.
the body needs to be moved and from the gurney to the embalming table. There's about a 3-inch lip when moving the gurney to the embalming table. Typically, it's easy to drag from one to the other, but this gal, being somewhat statuesque, was a little bit more difficult to move. Hubby decides that also all of their bones have been shattered in the body, so it's like a bag of glass at this point after I slammed it into a pole. All right, this gal being somewhat statuesque, a little more difficult to move, hubby decides that the best course of action is to pick her up and make the table switch that way.
He's going to drop her
This
again.
is going to go badly.
He's going to drop her again. I
He
know
gets
it.
one. Did you hate this woman? Did
Yeah,
your husband just hate this woman? He gets one arm under her neck and the other under her knees and cradles her like the world's most horrifying baby doll.
Oh.
When he picks her up, the body lets out all the remaining air in the lungs with a very loud right in my husband's face.
No. Yeah,
course
good.
this-
Good for her. She's getting her revenge
Yeah.
after what he
Picks
put
her
her
up
through.
and she goes, Of course, this scares the absolute shit out of him.
He drops
and
her.
he immediately drops the body and punches her in the face. What?
This is. This.
There's more to this story. This guy hated. This woman owed him money. This dead woman owed this guy money, and it's like, oh my god. So
This is so
accordions
absurd.
accordions her body up, and her body goes. Scares the
freaks
shit out of him,
out.
and he fucking drops her and like smacks her in his
my
panic.
God.
Okay. Now he's got a whole other situation to deal with. Yeah, corpse desecration.
Yeah.
Like
he's going to jail for a very long time.
Desecrated Gran.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Hubby calls his dad again and asks, hypothetically, "Hey, Dad, hypothetically speaking again, how do I fix a broken nose?"
Oh my God.
And when his dad again asks if he dropped her, my husband's response was, "No, it was really more of like a finishing move." In any case, all the injuries got fixed. And he says she showed great at the funeral.
Well,
It was a closed
there
casket.
isn't bruising. So,
No, I think it was a closed
showed
casket.
great.
no.
The old gal looked bang as new.
No, they
Oh
have
my
such
God.
thick makeup. As long as he reset that jaw, there are things
Yeah.
you can put in the nose. I'm
Yeah.
sure she did look great.
And they don't bruise after death.
Yeah.
Like that long
Dead
after
body's
death.
just a bag of meat. Whatever, eat me. Chop me up into little pieces. Throw me in the trash.
Holy
Oh my
shit. I would quit
God.
my job immediately.
Yeah,
Never
that guy
again.
is haunted as fuck.
That's
He needs to be fired. I'm sorry.
hilarious.
Love you gals very much. I travel for work and y'all entertain the hell out of me on my long drives. Don't forget, always wear non-slip shoes when working with dead bodies. And when in doubt, call your dad. Bye.
Holy
Well,
shit.
that's it. That's the Coven
Wow.
the Coven Confessions. The epic has thus ended.
Incredible.
Oh my God. Wow.
I can't believe that. I'm speechless and that rarely happens.
Yeah, genuinely.
Jesus.
I don't want to believe that story is real, but it's so unbelievable.
A big part of me thinks that story might be one of those this happened, and then over the years it has gotten
exaggerated a bit.
It has
but
buoyed up because it's very believable.
Yeah.
But the details are a little bit like you're telling them for comedy.
I'm choosing
Wow.
to believe every
word.
every fucking
Just
word.
like with ghosts and aliens and Sasquatches.
Yes.
Lucy believes it all.
Yes.
Indeed.
With open arms.
I have one quick request. Could I get each of you to do what you think the body emitting accordioning sound out of it might sound like?
No, because you did it so well. Why would we ever try
I'll
to
do
do
it.
I thought I maybe didn't nail it.
Lucy.
So what?
I bet it'd
Lucy
be more
wants
like
to do
a
it.
wheeze, like more air, like
Yeah.
Just exasperation.
yeah,
Pure exasperation at the
You
entire
fucking
situation.
idiot. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man. Wow.
Oh, that's so funny.
Can't have smelled great.
No.
Oh, the corpse lung air. Yeah. Ooh, there's a unique stink.
Nope, we're done. We're done having that chat. Thank you so much for reading those. We're going to take a quick break to hear a word from our
Moral of the
sponsors.
story: I never ate pesto again.
Oh my God. And then we're going to get to corner, and I'm going to try not to throw up. Great.
Yay!
We'll be right back.
All right. Bring it home, Lucy. What do you got for us today?
All right, this is the coroner corner. I've got 3 items for us today, and the first one, sorry, Amanda, not sorry. This is a new fear for you.
Are you fucking kidding me?
This is a Snopes article, and this was sent in by Katerina V. We like to think beheadings happen only in campfire tales and low-budget thrillers, but they take place in real life too, as was the case in the death of Dr. Hitoshi Nikaido. On August 16, 2003, this 35-year-old surgical resident was decapitated in a freakish elevator accident.
No.
At Chris.
I was at the doctor today, and I was on the elevator with like the sweetest old woman with like this cute little white hair and a little cane, and she was like holding the door for me because I'm on my scooter. And she starts joking about how she thinks that these things are rigged to close on you and cut you in half. And the next time that I'm in one of these, I'm always looking for scratch marks on the doors of the elevator.
My God.
And I was like, Meemaw.
And then after Amanda got out of the elevator, she looked back and the old woman wasn't there.
God damn it. No, this woman,
think these things might cut
this woman and I, she held the elevator doors open for me to leave, and then we walked like all the way to our cars together. I was in love with her. I was like, tell me more, Meemaw.
Well, if you see her, you can tell her this story.
Okay, great.
So this happened in 2003 at Christus St. Joseph Hospital in Houston, Texas.
It happened in a hospital
Yeah.
Okay.
elevator?
The irony.
No.
So and again, this is from Snopes, so it did happen. The accident itself is hard to imagine. The ill-fated physician was trapped between the doors of the cable-propelled elevator and then decapitated as the carriage ascended. It went up.
Oh, God.
No.
Oh, God.
According to the Harris County Medical Examiner's Office, Nikaido died from multiple blunt force injuries to the head and body. His corpse was retrieved from the bottom of the elevator shaft, along with 2 pagers, a cell phone, and an electronic organizer police believe belonged to him. The upper portion of his head, which was severed just above the lower jaw, was found in the car of the elevator, where his colleague, physician assistant Karen Steino, was in the car at the time and witnessed the whole thing.
Oh, no.
So he was like, hold the door, and got just the top of his head in before the elevator doors
God. So,
closed.
he got stuck in it. It started going up. Oh, and there's those horrible moments where you're like, oh my God, is this really happening? Am I really stuck in an elevator? And this is coming in. Oh my God, it's still going. Ah!
Yep.
This
And it just like
deeply
crushed
horrific.
the rest of his body off, and it fell down the
worst
shaft.
thing
And the
I've
door
ever
must have
heard
been
in my
open.
fucking life.
So he must have been out. So he was outside the elevator and his head
He's
got
half
squished.
out. His head got stuck in
And then
it.
the body fell,
Well-
and the elevator was up now, so the shaft is empty. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
So here's what happened. Miss Steino told police the elevator had been out of service for a few days prior to the tragedy, but at the time of the accident, the out of service sign had been removed, so they thought it was
But
fixed.
it hadn't been serviced?
Well, it had been
Or they thought
partially
they fixed it, but-
serviced.
maybe they didn't actually fix it. They thought it was fixed, but it wasn't.
So they had rung for the elevator. They pressed the button with the intent of going to the 6th floor and had already stepped into the elevator and pushed the button for her floor when Nikaido tried to get into the car as the door was closing.
You try to beat, and you think that the doors will stop because they're supposed to stop.
Because they're supposed to stop. As soon as she saw that he was trapped by the doors, she tried to hit the emergency stop button, but was unable to do so before the rising elevator
She's actually just hitting door close
partially
over and over and over.
decapitated.
She's hitting the kill Dr. Hokkaido button.
No.
No.
The elevator continued upwards, finally stopping between the 4th and 5th floors. So she was then trapped in the elevator car along with Nikaido's cranial remains until she was rescued by firefighters.
Oh my God. The top of his head is just sitting there staring at her.
Yeah, and she was treated in the hospital's emergency room for shock. So the cause of the deadly accident was a mystery. Elevator doors should not shut when there's something between them, thanks to sensors mounted in the doors themselves. Also, a set of contacts in the door should keep the elevator from moving if the doors aren't closed.
Keyword should.
This is a freak accident. This should
never fucking happen.
Yeah.
So basically, they were repairing the elevator and they either weren't finished or they forgot to
safety.
Put those specific wires back together.
Oh my God. So the safety features just because sometimes you'll have to turn off safety features to do a repair.
Yes.
So that you can move an object or something.
Yep.
Oh my God. So they hadn't
So the door shut on him, keeping him trapped there, and then the elevator moved, just cutting off the top of his head.
And it just must have just squished him just so that the top of his head is the one.
Just popped off.
Oh my God. Amanda is writhing. I'm
done.
Although elevator fatalities are not common, they do occur from time to time, and they are not always the victim steps into an open elevator shaft kind.
Right.
On July 21st, 2003, 76-year-old L.A. Brown was killed at the Kenner Regional Medical Center in Kenner, Louisiana, where the gurney on which he was being transported to surgery became trapped against the roof of an elevator when the car suddenly dropped several feet just as the gurney was being pulled out of it. So the gurney's halfway out, and then the elevator drops down and smashes him against the roof of the elevator car.
Oh, I'm gonna puke.
Nope.
On May 7th, 1999, 56-year-old Mary Margaret Nowosilski died in a similar fashion at St. Joseph's Mercy Hospital in Michigan when the car her gurney was being rolled into suddenly went up, dragging her to the 4th floor and back down to the 1st floor between the car and the shaft wall.
Oh my God.
So she was just...
She was just spread
squished up and down. She was spread.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Spread
Being stuck in between the car and the wall.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That is so fucking nasty.
Yeah.
Nope.
Poor woman.
Even the elevator decapitation incident related here is not unique. On January 6th, 1995, a runaway elevator in a Bronx office building decapitated 55-year-old James Chenault as he tried to help fellow passengers out of a malfunctioning car. The car had stopped. Sorry. I heard a helicopter. I got horny.
Oh my God.
Confirmed. Lucy is an alligator. Crocodile.
So the car had stopped slightly above the 2nd floor and the doors opened. So it was, while he was holding the doors open with his back and helping a woman whose foot had become trapped, the car lurched suddenly upward, beheading him. The victim's body fell to the bottom of the shaft, but the head remained in the car with the remaining passengers as it shot up to the 9th floor.
My God.
So be careful with the elevators.
So they were like John Malkovich situation and trying to get out, and it
with a head.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, people of all types and genders and races and creeds, please, for the love of God, do not try to get in or out of an elevator unless it is set up and working properly. Mm-hmm. Just wait for help. Mm-hmm. Don't get out. Don't try to get out. Don't try to beat an elevator closing. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Shivers, shivers, shivers.
Yeah. So that's my first segment. The This next, it's an article. It's a New York Times article.
Monster.
Yeah, this is awful. I hate this. Okay, continue.
This next one is a lot nicer.
Okay.
So this next article was sent in by a few people, including Lauren M. This is from the New York Times from January 7th, just a few weeks ago. And the title is, Who Was the Mysterious Woman Buried Alone at the Pet Cemetery?
Okay.
Most of this is quotes, and then I'll fill in like some details.
Mm-hmm.
Ed Martin III was 14 years old when he began working at his father's pet cemetery, and in the decades since, he has tended to the graves of innumerable dogs, many cats, flocks of birds, a few monkeys, a lion cub, a Bengal tiger, and countless other creatures from every corner of the animal kingdom. In that time, after all those burials, there was only ever one request a few years ago that gave him pause. Calling that morning on January 29th, 2020, was Bruce Johnson, a lawyer from New York, who had in his possession the cremated remains of a woman named Patricia Chart. I don't think it's pronounced Chart, but it could be.
But it might be.
Absolutely pronounced Chart.
I'm going to try my best to
Chart.
just call her Patricia.
Charte.
Patricia had died at her home in Mexico at the age of 92. In her will, she had requested that her ashes be interred at Hartsdale Pet Cemetery, just north of New York City. So this is the pet cemetery where Ed Martin works.
Mm-hmm.
She had no next of kin. The executor of her estate was not a family member or a friend, but merely another lawyer at the firm, and there were no further instructions.
Okay.
So, backing up a little bit, this cemetery started in 1896, sort of by chance. There was like a veterinarian, and he had a dog patient who passed away, and the owner of the dog like begged him to let her bury her dog on his property. So like then he kind of just accidentally started a pet cemetery, and it only took about 20 years for people to want to be buried there also. I mean, I'm assuming they're all the owners of the pets who are buried there.
Okay.
So now about 80,000 animals and 900 people are buried at this cemetery. It's big.
Okay.
It was the first pet cemetery in the United States. And fun fact, Mariah Carey's cat Clarence is buried there. These days, Hartsdale buries about 300 animals and about half a dozen humans per year. And Ed Martin, the guy who runs the cemetery, buried Patricia's cremains in a plot. So the lawyer had her cremains FedExed from Mexico to this cemetery. He got him. He's like, okay, I guess she wants to be buried here. Here's a random plot. And he felt kind of emotional because he didn't know anything about her. He didn't know why she wanted to be buried there. She had lived in Mexico. He just knew nothing. It was like a mystery. He had many, many questions.
Yeah.
So among the things that Mr. Martin did not know was that down in Mexico, there was a small clique of friends who loved Patricia and missed her and remembered her fondly. She was a voracious reader, ace crossword puzzler, and heavyweight Scrabble player. She smoked constantly, Camels.
Get it, girl.
Drank enthusiastically, Dewars with one ice cube. Was in love with peanut butter, sometimes straight out of the jar.
The best way to eat peanut butter.
Mm-hmm. She was profane and she had an irreverent streak. A talented artist and illustrator, Patricia was fired from a job with Hallmark, according to a friend, after designing a holiday card with a pop-up Jesus Christ inside, arms outstretched.
Oh my God, yes.
The card said, "He is risen."
Amazing.
Incredible.
She was born...
Could you turn that off? Could you turn that card
turn
off?
that
I don't
card
like that card.
Crawl back in through the broken glass.
Could you crawl back
Turn that
and put
off.
that card back?
Oh my God. She was born Patricia Lou Bassett in Kansas City, Missouri on January 11th, 1928. Her parents divorced when she was a baby, and she was raised by her mother and later a stepfather. After graduating from Paseo High School in Kansas City with a class of 1944, she moved to New York City to cultivate her career in illustration. The city provided her a platform to find herself. She only realized well into adulthood, for instance, that she was gay. Around that time, a friend named Wendy Johnson became a love interest, then a longtime girlfriend. The two also became business partners, opening a needlepoint shop in the Upper East Side called Two Needles. That's so fucking cute.
Yeah.
I know. I love that.
In the early 1990s, Patricia and her partner retired and moved to San Miguel de Allende, a picturesque city about 200 miles northwest of Mexico City that had long been a haven for expatriates. Patricia stayed busy in retirement. She became involved with a local animal shelter. She went dancing with a soft spot for the Glenn Miller Orchestra. She dressed plainly in slacks and big shirts, but sometimes donned a tuxedo for special events.
Cute.
She stayed engaged with American politics, diligently sending absentee ballots and keeping up with cable news. Once, while watching a segment on President Donald Trump, she threw a coffee mug at her television and shattered the screen.
Been there.
As Patricia grew older and her health declined, she became a begrudging yet diligent member of a local gym. Quote, "Why the heck am I not dead yet, Janice?" she would say, in slightly more profane terms, as a sort of ritual greeting to her trainer and longtime friend, Janice McDonald. So she'd just say that every morning when she got to the gym. So Janice McDonald described Patricia lovingly as a curmudgeon. She had the hard shell of a New Yorker, but there was something else inside, something only her closest friends glimpsed in those moments when she let herself become vulnerable. So the backstory is, so about a year and a half after Patricia was buried at the pet cemetery, her friend Janice back in Mexico sent a picture of Patricia that she had on her mantle to the lawyer because Janice had been the one to reach out to the lawyer and like coordinate the shipping of the cremains and the burial and blah, blah, blah. And they like kind of became friendly. So Janice sent this picture of Patricia to the lawyer, and the picture is on the drive, which will be on the blog. It's a picture of her holding a baby, and she just looks like panicked and disgusted by this baby. Do you see it?
Yes.
It's so cute.
Face.
Yeah, her face is so funny. Janice was like, "I thought you'd like this picture of Patricia and her son." And the lawyer was like, "Her son? I thought she didn't have like a next of kin. Why is she buried alone at a pet cemetery?"
Right.
So it turns out that she had a son whose name was Dana Bassett.
Hound.
So the son had his mother's maiden name. He was born in 1954. And the backstory is, so Patricia was gay, but she had had a relationship with some guy, gotten pregnant, had no interest in being with that guy, went to go get an abortion, decided at the last minute that she didn't want to go through with the abortion, that she was going to have the baby. She married one of her best friends instead, who was a guy with the last name of Chart. So that's where she got that last name. But when her son was born, he took his mother's maiden name.
Got it. Nothing confusing about this at all.
No, this is perfectly fine.
Yeah. So, and then Janice told the lawyer that Patricia was really worried about like her son. And when he was 14 years old, he was introduced to heroin.
Oh,
and she like tried to get him into rehab. And he ended up dying of an overdose at like 17 or 18.
Oh my God. Oh, that's awful.
So this was like the tragedy of her life. And this kind of propelled like her move to Mexico. And so when she left New York City for Mexico many years later, she didn't want to leave. She wasn't going to bring her son's cremains with her, but she didn't want to leave him alone. So she buried his ashes at Hartsdale Pet Cemetery in 1989, along with two beloved deceased pets, their dog Jackie Paper and their cat Puff the Magic Dragon.
Cute.
Oh. So she buries him with the animals he loved.
With the animals that he loved. Yep. Oh. Then she moved to Mexico, made her group of friends. She grew old. She passed away. So the lawyer, Johnson, writes an email to Mr. Martin, the cemetery guy, quote, "You may recall that you buried the cremated remains of Patricia Bassett Chart at your cemetery last year at our request. I was just told by a close friend of Miss Chart that her son's ashes are also buried at your cemetery after he died as a teenager in the mid-1970s. If you have any records or information about that, I would be interested to know." So now it was Mr. Martin, cemetery guy's turn to be surprised. The lawyer passed along the boy's name, Dana Bassett, and cemetery guy, who had previously only searched for the name Chart, went digging in the cemetery's records, eventually discovering that Mr. Bassett had been buried 3 decades ago. Mr. Martin left his office, made the short walk downhill to the gravesite, plot L832, and placed his hand on his chest. There in the grass was a small granite headstone. It was jet black. It displayed the names of a dog, Jackie Paper, and a cat, Puff the Magic Dragon. Above those was the name of the boy, Dana Brooks Bassett, and an engraved below was the name Patricia, just Patricia. So she had gotten this gravestone with the intention of being buried with her son.
With them. Mm-hmm.
The article says she was meant to be there. She had been there in a way all along.
Oh.
So on August 19th, 2021, 569 days after the first call from the lawyer, Mr. Martin digs up Patricia's cremains and moves them to the plot to be with her son. So she was finally at rest with her son, and also her partner also bought a plot in the cemetery. So they're all going to be buried together eventually.
With all the pets.
Yeah, and isn't that just like a really cool mystery? And it's very heartwarming. And then it's like, oh, this random lady from Mexico wants to be buried in New York. Like, what the fuck?
Why?
It's so interesting how easily like information is just like lost like that.
Yeah. They unraveled her whole story.
Yeah, it becomes a mystery later
to get
on.
her reunited with her son.
Isn't
That's
that so
pretty
sweet?
incredible. Yeah.
Also really cool, the website for the pet cemetery is just petsem.com.
Cute. Love that. Keep it simple.
Uh-huh.
Kiss.
Okay, I have one more thing for us. This is the obituary area.
Obituary area. That's great.
And you know I love a cranky obit, or an obit for a cranky person. So I saw this one on TikTok, and quite a few people, including Brooke, Katie, Melanie, and Natalie, also sent this in. It's pretty incredible. There's a photo of this person on the drive. You will know who it is when you see it.
I love her.
Yeah. Okay, so I love a cranky
like your
obit.
mom.
She kind of does look like my mom.
She looks like your mom in a costume, like making a face.
She really does look like my mom.
Yeah.
Anyway,
How did you not clock that?
I don't know. She's making a cranky face, and I love it. Okay, so this is Lorelei Kring. Lorelei Kring was done in by the cigarettes just like she always said she would be on November 2nd, 2023. Born in 1963 in Tomahawk, Wisconsin, Lorelei found the North Woods stifling and left for greener pastures. So it was rather surprising when she chose to spend the rest of her life in Waukesha, Wisconsin. As she would have said, that's the way the cookie bounces.
Okay.
Lorelei was a talented musician and gifted artist. She possessed an expansive intellect and a quick wit, and she was cherished by those who came to know her. An ornery old coot from the day she was born, she was known equally well for enriching the lives of those around her and for picking fights with strangers for no discernible reason.
That a girl.
They
looked at her fucking wrong.
Yeah.
I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Though she has left us and passed into the loving arms of Gilda Radner, her spirit will live forever in the traits and values she instilled in her loved ones. The value of unapologetic self-expression, a stubborn streak a mile wide, the necessity for caring for others, and severe mental illness.
Amanda, is this your obituary?
I really am reading my future obit. This is crazy.
This is a ghost of the Christmas future situation.
Big time.
It really is. If you lived in Wisconsin, this is you.
Mm-hmm.
In the 90s, Lorelei attended the University of Wisconsin in Waukesha, where she was objectively the best damn editor the student newspaper ever saw.
Hell yeah.
She also edited other university publications, tutored fellow students, and worked in the computer lab, where she discovered a lifelong love of tinkering with technology and absolutely eviscerating internet trolls.
This is like Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda just eviscerated an internet troll.
Yep. Mm-hmm. She never let a bigot or a hypocrite go unpunished, and though friends and family occasionally got singed in the process, her burns were mind-bogglingly clever and impeccably crafted. Though she was reclusive in her later years, Lorelei was a frequent sight at poetry slams and open mic nights in the 90s and aughts, where she performed her brilliantly uncomfortable poems and musical works to audiences who mostly didn't know what just happened, but appreciated the talent involved.
I love that.
She was perhaps best known in the scene for her scathing ode to Waukesha, sung to the tune of Rocky Top by the Osborne Brothers.
Oh, Lord.
I don't understand that reference, but I
have no idea what.
And I won't respond to it.
Moon Man talk.
Lorelei was a truly singular person, an underappreciated genius, a cantankerous troublemaker, a radical, a lover of the subversive, a creator of unfathomable beauty, and more influential than she ever knew. The world is a far less interesting place for her loss. Lorelei is survived by many loved ones with whom she had complicated relationships. Her loving partner of 28 years, Peter, genderless gremlin child, Kelly, flawless grandchild, Danielle, and siblings Jill, Carrie, Kim, Deborah, Julie, and Timothy.
Cute.
She was preceded in death by mother Janet, an extremely problematic lumberjack dad, and David Bowie, with whom she had no relationship, but it seems important. There will be no service. A single verbal misstep in a eulogy may well summon her back from the dead to complain about it. And after everything cancer put her through, she really deserves some rest. Mm-hmm. Those who wish to celebrate her life would best memorialize her by making some art and yelling at a Republican. Is that nice?
A real loss.
So sweet.
We should all write each other's obituaries. I want to. That is so lovely.
That'd be a fun party.
I want to hear some people have to say nice things about me.
Mm-hmm. I think her daughter wrote this. Her child.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Her child.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
So anyway, I just really liked that obit because she seems so crabby and weird and amazing and maybe difficult to get along with, but like, what a beautiful ode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lucy, your segment was such a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm. They usually are.
Your segment was like falling in an elevator to our bloody deaths.
Yeah, it's not a quick decapitation, I can tell you that.
No, it was a real ride.
Yeah, well, as was yours. So, Robbie, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're very welcome. I had an absolute blast.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll have you back in the future. And in the meantime,
I would love to.
As Amanda said at the top, if you have any hilarious headlines or Coven Confessions or Coroner Corner suggestions, links, articles, whatever, please send them to us at wineandcrimepodcast.com. There's a drop down to go to the GAC page. I think there's a submission page there. And thanks for listening, and we will see you next month.
We love you.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Gossip at the Corpse Cart, presented by Wine and Crime. Our cover art is by Danielle Sylvan. Music by Phil Young and Corey Wendell. Editing by Jonathan Camp. Our production manager is Andrea Gardner. For photos and sources, check out our blog at wineandcrimepodcast.com. You can follow us on all the socials at Wine and Crime Pod. If you have funny headlines, Coven Confessions, or obituaries to share, email us at wineandcrimepodcast@gmail.com. Episodes are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. If you like the show, please rate, review, and subscribe on Apple. It is the best way to spread the word. If you'd like to show your support and get access to all sorts of wine-fueled bonus content, visit our Patreon page. Cheers!